love what we doing, ain't nowhere around. Started from the ground, always gotta hold it down. Now they think they got it, cause they sign up on a data. But there's only so much money in the year that is allotted. Plus you probably don't even know how it is divided.
What is up, people of YouTube? This is here bringing you guys another video, and today I'm bringing you guys another top 10 to my channel. I enjoy making these videos. I hope you guys enjoyed watching them as much as I do making them. I haven't been making them at the consistency that I had been before, but like I said, I was enjoying making them before, so I'm going to bring them back into my channel a little bit. I think I've made a couple since I started to kind of reintroduce them to my channel, and I hope you guys enjoy. So this top 10 is going to be the top 10 female comic book characters. Keep in mind that a lot of these, I haven't always been super interested in the idea of comic books, but superheroes in general, from movies, TV shows, things like that, I've always been a huge fan of. So these might not necessarily be straight out of comic books, but their personalities in general that I've seen either from movies or shows, that is why they're on this top 10. This can also feature physical features, the way they look, things like that. I'm sure you guys know what I mean when I say that, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. So, starting this off at number 10, from the DC comic universe, we have Poison Ivy. Now, the reason why I have her at number 10 is because, honestly, I came across a lot of female characters in comic books and things like that that I thought looked attractive, but I knew pretty much nothing about. So I decided to put Poison Ivy in here, and even though her physical features, she looks good, but her skin is fucking green. So there's a limit that you have to draw there, a line that you cannot cross, and that would be the green skin. Now, Poison Ivy is very, very unique. She has been in a few different games of the Batman series. She's been in some movies, and probably, I don't know if she's been in any TV shows. I'm currently watching Gotham on Netflix, so I don't know. I haven't seen her yet, but I'm assuming she'll probably be in there at some point. Actually, I did see her. I take that back. She, as a little girl. So yeah, I think she deserves to be at the number 10 spot, mostly because I don't have anybody else to put here, and she is one of the only other characters that I really know much about. The idea of her being able to control plants and stuff is pretty insane to me. That's something that hasn't been done before, and for pretty much anything that I'm aware of. And to me, that's pretty unique. So that's why she's at number 10. Moving on to number 9, from the Marvel Universe, we have Elektra. So there's something mysterious about Elektra, and I think that's pretty much what makes her an interesting character to me. That's what makes me want to see more of her as a character. I think that they did not portray her very well in the original Daredevil movie, but I think that she was portrayed extremely well in the Netflix Daredevil series. I liked her character a lot. I also really like the physical aspects of her character, clothing-wise, things like that. Where she comes from, what she originates from, is unique to me. It's not something that you see very often. A lot of these people on this list you're going to find, I think, are very unique and special in a way. Moving on to number 8, we have Scarlet Witch from the Marvel series. I honestly had no clue who this was until I watched, I believe it's the second Avengers, and at first I did not like her at all, obviously, because they portrayed her to be a not good person, and then the more you watch, you kind of realize that she means well and stuff like that. And the abilities that she has, which is basically, I think I'm right here, is basically to make people do things that she wants. She's a witch. She can possess people to do certain things and trick their minds into doing certain things. And one of the things that compels me about her is not any physical attributes, really. It's basically her thought process, where she comes from, why she does the things she does, and it's something that I don't think you see from a character in comics. You don't see somebody who is portrayed purely as it could just be because it's a Marvel-made movie, but you don't usually see something that is portrayed as a purely need to do something right, to do the right thing character in terms of comics, because typically people who watch comics are guys, so they add some sexuality to that, and that's not something that you get with this character, and that's part of the reason why I liked her so much. Moving on to number 7, we have Supergirl. So this one is a little bit cringy to me. Supergirl is kind of a thought to me that's more like, okay, come on, like, are you serious? Does that really have to be a thing? But I'm not gonna lie, the reason why she is on this list is almost purely aesthetic reasons. She looks very good, and the concept of what she wears and dresses up as is also very interesting. And I feel like they portray her character as somebody who is not dirty in a way, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like a lot of these characters that they put into movies, shows, comic books, things like that, they always have a sense of sexual desire, whether it's the way they talk or act with another superhero or person within that movie, book, or comic book or whatever. But it seems like she's more like, although she looks sexually pleasing, it's more of a, I'm just here to do work, basically, and that's about it. And I think that's pretty cool. It's like she's not aware of who she is and how she looks is basically the vibe that I've always gotten from her character. Moving on to number 6, we have Batgirl. The first time that I ever saw Batgirl, you can make fun of me all you want. The first time I ever saw Batgirl would have been in the George Clooney Batman movie, I believe. And I was a really young kid, but I was old enough to know when a girl looks attractive. And it stuck out to me when, I think it was the start of the movie, when they're basically equipping all of their gear and stuff like that. I thought that it was really cool that her suit was pretty much the same as Batman's suit, which it makes sense, but they didn't really try to make her look too girlish, I think I worded that right. They didn't try and make her look super girly with her attire and things like that, and in doing so, she still looked attractive as a superhero. She wasn't bulky or anything like that. Moving on to number 5, we have Catwoman. Catwoman is one that's always been super hit and miss for me, but the last few times that I've seen her in things, I've been extremely impressed. So obviously in Gotham, she's a little girl, but her character is spot on, I think. I think that she does a very good job of portraying the fact that she is conniving and evil and will do what she has to get her way. In the Batman games, I think that Catwoman was also portrayed very, very well. I enjoy, obviously it's also a game, so they made her look very sexual, but sexually pleasing, but I also like the way they portrayed her in there. And surprisingly enough, I don't know how the general public feels about this, but in the Dark Knight Rises, which is the last Dark Knight series movie, I think that she was portrayed very, very well in that by Anne Hathaway. Is that how, I think that's her name, which is a surprising female character to play her in that movie. But I thought she did a really, really good job. Moving on to number 4, we have Black Widow from the Marvel Universe. Black Widow is just a badass. She's a hot badass, I guess. She can fight. She doesn't really have any superpowers. But yet she portrays herself as a superhero because of how good she is at fighting, and she's a very strong-willed person, and I think that's pretty much what makes her character important and makes her character stand out amongst other ones in that category. Moving on to number 3, we have Starfire. A lot of you guys might not even know who that is, but Starfire is from Teen Titans specifically. Now, this is kind of weird for me to explain because I've never seen Starfire as an actual character, like an actual person, human being with flesh and skin and whatnot. She was always an animated person, an animated hero, or in books and stuff like that. So as far as drawings go or animations go, they made her in a childish way. They made her seem as if she could be potentially attractive from a young age. That's something that you kind of picked up on. They kind of, and in some of the newer animated Batman movies, you also see that she's led to be an attractive female. And if you just get on Google and you search in Starfire, you will see exactly what I mean by this. I think that they should do a live action something to do with Starfire in the next Batman movie, you know, the Justice League. They should somehow incorporate her in that in the near future. I think that'd be really cool. But it's hard for me to explain why I think she deserves to be at number 3. I think a lot of it is just simply because of the way she acts. At least in Teen Titans, she was always super duper duper innocent, and then when things were not okay, when things were bad, that innocent side just melted away, and that was something that was super interesting because all the other ones have a sense of pride with them, like this is what they do and they let you know they can do it, where she wasn't so much that way. Moving on to number 2, we have Talia al Ghul. Now, another person that you guys might not, if you don't really follow comic books or movies or whatever, this is basically the person that Batman had sexual intercourse with and had a child, which then became Robin. And I can never keep their names straight, but one of the Robins, and that is who she is. And basically, her character-wise, she's not a good person. She's evil, obviously. She works under Ra's al Ghul, but I think that's his daughter or something like that. But they portray her as, obviously, she got in Batman's pants, so they portray her as a very, very attractive girl or woman or whatever. So that's why every time you see her in a game or a movie, she definitely strongly follows that position of attractiveness. So that's why she is at number 2. Once again, I mean, there's an image on screen here, but once again, you can go ahead and Google her name and you'll see exactly why she's on this list as well. Moving on to number 1, the final person on this list, and you guys probably know, if you've been wondering this whole time, I'm missing somebody, you're missing this person. It is Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn is on this list because out of, I can't even fully explain it. Out of every comic book or superhero character or anything like that, female superhero character, anything like that, Harley Quinn has always stood out to me, and in a very strange way, especially the Batman games and Suicide Squad. I really liked the actress who played her part in Suicide Squad. Very, very much so fit the role. I think that the way she acted was pretty much spot on in the movie. Obviously this isn't a Suicide Squad review. I already did that, but there are some things that they took out that I think they should have left in, and so on and so forth. But her character as a whole, the craziness of Harley Quinn, she's unpredictable. She definitely suits the Joker, and if I had to put Harley Quinn and the Joker together in a fight per se, I would almost definitely put my money on Harley Quinn. So there's something just kind of ferocious about her that you don't see in pretty much any other comic book character, even though obviously she's not the strongest or anything like that, but she's definitely the most interesting to me. I'm a pretty big fan of Harley Quinn. I've got a Harley Quinn emblem, things like that. I've got Harley Quinn pop figures and stuff, so that's why she's at number 1. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys would like to see different top 10s, please leave them down in the comment section. I really appreciate it. Also, this gameplay that you're watching, we came in super clutch here, and we somehow oh man, we somehow managed to win. I'm pretty sure it's about to happen here like any second. Yeah, right here. I picked up this and my friend was like, oh god, we lost, and I threw it and we made it in 4 seconds before the end of the game. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Twitter and Facebook links will be down in the description as always. Please remember to like and subscribe. It really means a lot. Helps me out, helps my channel grow. Let's try and hit 5 likes on this video. That would be awesome. And deuces.